Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Seth, and we are back for another episode of The Lion's Den. And if this is your first time, welcome. If this is your second, third, fourth time, welcome back. You know how we do. This is nice, real good conversations with real people and having stimulating conversations. But of course, as always, this episode is brought to you by the Black Collar Mindset. If you haven't got your copy, please do. It will help change the way you look at life by holding yourself accountable and taking appropriate actions to move forward. So without further ado, the first part of this segment today is support and what support looks like. Not necessarily child support, but thinking about individuals that have things going on for themselves and they want to start a new venture or something of that nature. But what you really need and can use is support. And to help me talk about it is a long friend of mine named Joe. Joe, you want to introduce yourself, brother? Come on. You live, baby.
Hey.
Go ahead. Where you from, man?
Virginia.
What part of Virginia, bro?
Hampton.
Bro, for real, you gonna have me pull out?
Yeah.
You really got to pull all this out for you?
Yeah,
so,
man.
But anyway, so we've been knowing each other for, what's that?
About 12 years.
12 years. So Joe is also a brother in arms with the United States military, holding it down. And we've been to, what was that, Korea? What was the other one? Guam, yep.
Right.
Guam, and then now here in the beautiful state of Illinois.
Right.
So, and now where you at? You're in Colorado.
Yeah.
All right. How's it there besides cold?
That's about it. It's different.
Mm-hmm. Different how? What, like you don't have you can't connect with folks like you used to or what?
No, not really. It's more difficult trying to connect with people out there versus here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Cool. So we're about to get into it, but so I'm gonna just lay out the kind of like the scope or the land of what we're talking about. Not just support, what it looks like, but it's kind of hard to have the right individuals in your corner, the right individuals that's on your team that's genuinely supporting. For some reason, sometimes people feel as though if you are supporting them, that it's all about money or it's all about paying some type of, just paying to be a part of whatever it is that you're doing, but not necessarily. So, so when it comes down to support, my man Joe, he's been 100, right? 110, with me through all my different adventures. Hey, so Joe, if you can think about it, where have we started? Or what do you remember me doing in the beginning?
Beats and music.
Beats and music. Okay. Beats and music. All right. So in Korea,
Right.
was getting it in over there.
Night of Essence.
Night of Essence, the poetry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. What else? The shirts.
Yeah, the shirts.
Right. Black collar clothing shirts. So
right.
we was doing that out the trunks for real.
Literally.
Right. What else? The stores.
Yeah.
Trying to get them in the stores.
Right.
So what do you think was the hardest part of supporting somebody like me that was always trying to do something?
Well, I would say looking at the keep going back, after being, no, we're not really interested right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of hard to support that when you see a constant back-to-back. It's like, we're not really interested right now. Can you come back? And,
Right, yeah, it was. There was a lot of doors shut in my face, right? I mean,
Right.
a lot, but
kept hustling,
couldn't stop, and I appreciate you for being there. But
you had a vision.
Yeah, still do. And
Right.
sometimes it's just all in my head, right? And so I go around, I spend time and effort and money trying to get that vision out to make sure it's good to go. But now, what about individuals in your thought process that are in the position to support but they choose not to.
Okay, what do you mean?
Okay, for example, let's say you have a friend, family member, significant other, whoever the case is, and they're with you, right? They're with you like all the time, and they know that you're trying to do something. What do you think about those individuals that still choose not to support? What do you think the reason is?
They don't believe in that vision.
Okay. Yeah. They don't believe in it. What else? What else you think?
They're probably just like the other people on the outside that's turned you down or turned somebody down. They're like, oh, it's not going to work. I don't know why you're wasting your time.
So
it's kind of like that movie. You ever seen that movie Acrimony? Tyler Perry, Taraji Henson's in it.
No, I don't watch too much of Tyler Perry, but
it's a good movie. It's about a husband who's trying to get this invention off the ground, and it's taking him years.
Is it like what was it, the Happiness movie with Will Smith? What was that?
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness. It's
something like that. But he's trying to basically what he's trying to do. He's trying to get this invention off the ground, and his wife doesn't support him. Well, she's supporting him in the beginning, and he keeps getting turned down back to back to back, and then eventually, after like 30-something years, he finally gets it. So,
and then what happens? Like, did she say, "Oh, I knew you could do it"?
No, but she also had other people in the background, like her sisters and stuff like that. You know, close family members. Like, I don't know why you're wasting your time. So what? So she started to lean towards that narrative versus supporting her man? Yeah, because she wasn't seeing any kind of results. So those people feeding into her as well. And eventually, basically what happens is he divorced her, and he finally get his invention off the ground and married somebody else who was believing in him for like a very long time, since college.
Really?
Right.
And then, so let me see. So with this being a Tyler Perry movie, did the lady that he was married to before see her, or see them happy and everything, and she all broken down, looking disgusted?
Absolutely.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Because everything he promised his wife, he gave to the other guy. It was ugly.
It sounds ugly. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we have some more guests that came into the Lion's Den, and we have them back by popular demand. So who we have over here?
Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Yeezy.
Yeezy
back
for
again.
Cheesy. All right. Okay, and then we also got...
What's up, everybody? This is Rachel, a.k.a. Rach, repping the D to the fullest.
All right. That's what it is. Y'all welcome. Y'all know what it is. Y'all always got a spot over here. You know what I mean? So, speaking of support, what do y'all think?
I personally think that the people who don't support you, or the people who vibes go sour or lower, when you talk about your dreams and aspirations, I feel like they're just not a part of that 1%.
So describe the 1%. What's the 1%?
The 1%. That is a small group of people who are thinking outside the box. They're not actually talking about it, but they're also doing it. So they coming up with different ideas. They are researching it. They put in forth that work.
Okay.
They leaders, not followers. They bosses, not workers.
I got you.
That's the 1%.
I got you. What you think?
So what I think about individuals that don't support you, I'm going to stick with the family side of the house of that one.
Okay.
I believe the family that don't support you, they didn't have that support themselves when they were coming up, for their dreams and stuff. So they're like, shit, if I ain't get it, I ain't got it to give.
Right.
So that's where that one comes from. Now, when it comes to, I guess, like your friends, associates, whatever you want to call it, it's really just all about, they really don't have the time, you know what I'm saying, to put that effort into you, into your dreams. Sometimes them friends, they want something out the deal too. Sometimes like you gotta make it in order for them to start supporting you. They don't want to go through that grind with you.
Can I
or believe it.
Off of that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That right there, that just shows that you got to know who your tribe is. You know,
yep, like who's in your boat.
Exactly.
Right.
You got different friends for different reasons. You know, I got one friend, she's a nail tech. I got one friend, she's a hairstylist. I got one friend, he's a photographer. You know, so you just got to know who your tribe is. I got some friends that I done grew up with since childhood, and all they do is drink, smoke, and party. So I know I'm not going to come to them with those type of ideas anyway, because I already know mentally they not on that level.
There you go. And I understand that. And also to caveat, it's about, well, to your point, understanding the individuals may not see, you know, your vision, right? So they can't even comprehend it, you know, for that fact. So they can't really support it. But I think a lot of times we, as far as individuals that want to do something great, and we're looking for support from the outside looking in, it's all about money, and that's not the case. Like, I don't need your money, really. I just want you to say, sometimes it's just, hey, you can do it. You get what I mean? Or sometimes it's just, hey, you know what? I know I can't help you in this capacity, but I know somebody that could, right? It can be a connect, you know? But sometimes, and I mean, think about it, social media, it takes less than 2 seconds to hit the share button. Bah, that's it. Right? And some people see it, they just keep on scrolling, like, oh, well, that's what's up. You doing your thing, but keep on going.
And
you
if
know what I mean?
Ones closest to you. A stranger will support you quicker than your own friends and family.
Absolutely.
Like, that's
Absolutely.
crazy.
Absolutely. And it's very, very toxic. What you thinking, Joe? Hold on. What you thinking? You can speak in. What you think? Weigh in on that.
Well, sometimes I feel that people want to see instant results.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like dieting. You know, after people don't see instant results, it's like, okay, I'm just going to give up. This isn't working for me, and they want to do something else. So,
yeah. That's crazy. So,
sorry to say that.
but it makes sense though. It's like investing. Right. It's like investing. So you're putting this time and you're putting this money in, and some people are afraid to invest if they don't see that instant result. Right. Yeah. But I think they forget about the grind. They forget about it. They see somebody that got money, got muscles. All right, tomorrow I'm about to go to the gym. They may get it in 3 days. I don't see no results. Really? How long you think this person was getting it in?
And that go back to social media, because everything is quick, you know? Like fast food, you getting it fast.
That's
you know?
right.
The likes, you making instant connects. Instagram, it's
That's
instant.
Right.
So
That's right.
everybody just want that fast money, that easy way out, and it don't work like that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And also, it's not authentic, in my opinion, for the simple fact. So I have thousands of individuals that are on my quote unquote friends list, right? But I have a circle of like 7 of die hard, no kidding, no matter what. I can be good one day, crazy the next day, they still go be there individuals, right? So that helps me to analyze my efforts and who I can lean on. Like if I have something I'm going on, that I have something that I'm dealing with, I'm not going to go on social media and blast it out there and expect some quality feedback, right? Some people just want to see you suffer. You know, they don't want to see nothing but you going through whatever it is that you're going through. But when you truly want support, you need to know who really has your back. And some people aren't equipped to support you the way you think that they should. Now, what do you do in that situation?
Most people can barely support themselves.
Okay,
so
that's true.
You know, like what she was saying, people are busy, you know, people got kids, they got their own lives, so you can't expect for everybody to support you. And
That's
you can't
true.
take that personally, you know? Like, it's all love at the end of the day, you know, but I'm gonna have to leave right here until I go do what I gotta do, you know?
That's right.
And
it could be
what
very
is.
hurtful though.
It is. It is.
So what do you do in that situation?
Well, when it hurts, man, I mean, you really have to first understand, in my opinion, where the hurt is coming from, right? Because if you're hurt because a person is not able to support you in whatever venture you're doing, maybe now, since you're in a different stage in your life, they're not able mentally to even go there. Because so they met you at a certain stage of your life, right? But now when you do a shift, they may not be ready to shift,
right?
You know, so it may hurt, but you have to understand. Hey, word for the day: Q-tip.
Okay.
All right. Quit taking it personal. Q-tip.
Okay.
All right. And you made me think about that, but to dive deeper into it, when it's someone that's close to you, you can't take it personal, because ultimately, if that person truly loves you, they love you, but they love you in a certain capacity, right? They love you in a certain capacity. I have it all the time. It's people that I know, it's people close to me that's not close to me. They love who I am, but they don't love necessarily what I do, and I can't expect them to. You know, what you got?
I think you got to also know the difference between hurt and jealousy. So you got to know who you rocking with, you know. And that's, again, going back to what Yaya said, easy. You got to know your tribe.
That's true.
So I have a close circle of friends, about 6 or 7 people. But I know they're all not equipped for that certain need I might need at the time. So I got one friend, no matter what, she going to give me the realest feedback I can ever get.
That's right.
All my friends don't do that. All my friends, sometimes they tell me the real, but they be like, okay, it's time to pick you up again. But she be like, no, hardcore, you need to hear this shit.
Right.
I got one friend, if I get into a financial situation, I know I can go to her, and it's vice versa. So it's all about knowing who you are, because sometimes, you know, you might think they hurt, but it's really jealousy.
What you think, Joe? I see you nodding. What you think? You experienced that?
Yeah, and sometimes you can see it coming. It's like, oh, this person's trying to take over, or they're trying to be me, or whatever, and they're not happy. Sometimes some people are like that. They're not happy unless you're not happy.
Yeah, right.
Or they're happy when you're not happy, because
right.
everybody wants to have everybody else go through something. I don't want to be just sitting here just going through something. Let me see if I can sabotage this person or whatever.
And not just that, too. Yeah. Not just that. I really do feel as though sometimes when your degrees of separation is smaller and someone see you doing something, they're like, hold on, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can do that, but if you can do it, I know I can do it, and then I can do it better, type of thing. And then so if that was the case, you would have already been doing it, right?
Exactly.
So why don't you, you know, you can jump on and then you can support it, or you move out the way. But you're right. Yeah. Dang, I didn't even think about it like that. Wow.
Yeah, they got that mindset of anything you can do, I also can do, but I can also do it better.
Listen, I don't need you to put on no, you know what? I don't need you to put on no horrible, what was that, house party references. But no, that makes sense though, because it's people like that. It's people like that. So I guess the question is, knowing your tribe, don't you think it's fair to, like we do, compartmentalize individuals, but don't cross-contaminate, if that makes sense, right? Now, let's say we have everything in common, like real people. We from Detroit. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah. No, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, but seriously, so we all from Detroit. We from different parts of Detroit. However, you have your jam as far as, you know, your liquors, your drinks, and you know people that do nail techs and everything, right? You have your jam, and I have mine. So just because your circle don't do what I do, however, we all can help each other out, right? But what I'm not going to do is expect your nail tech to do what you do better. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that messes up the tribe a little bit, right?
Course.
Because we all have our own lanes. You know?
I think it's about networking, you know, word of mouth, networking.
With the right people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And teamwork. You know, teamwork make the dream work. That's a
true.
saying for a reason. You know, you can't step on toes and be like, oh, she doing this, well, I'm going to try to do it. But I'm like, no,
right.
If you good at that, stick to what
that's
you're
right.
doing. You know,
right.
I got this over here. I think that's what it's about.
And even humble beginnings, because I think people judge you on where you start. Like, look at this, right? Yeah. So at first, last week, we're in the basement, right? So now we're in his office, right? The new Lion's Den. It's still the Lion's Den, right? No matter where you go, we get it in, right? But I had to make some moves because you heard the dogs barking and shit. So it's all good. But when people see that, they're like, all right, no, he ain't really doing nothing. Or she ain't really doing nothing. Look, she only got a couple of clients. You know, she only got a couple of clients doing nails. Right. You know what I'm saying? What you got?
I mean, I'm a big believer in moving silent. You don't have to broadcast and let everybody know every single move you make and every single one, when you've won or the L you've taken.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So, and even in your inner circle, you know, and that's not saying you're trying to be better than them and do shit behind their back. It's just more so like, I need to focus in on what I'm doing and just grind that shit out.
Yeah.
You know, you don't got to broadcast every move because sometimes, again, going back to that jealousy or that hurt.
Yep, that's what I was
sometimes
thinking about.
they be like, okay, cool, you took an L. Like, you see what I'm saying? And
those negative vibes.
Yeah. And you know what? You know, to that point, you can't move, in my mind, forward with other things that you're trying to take care of with other opinions of other people on your back, too. So now it's too heavy. You see what I'm saying? So you have to move in silence to do that and then let the results show, right? So what you were saying, Joe, as far as individuals being jealous, a lot of times it's because you kind of have to remove them from away from what it is that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? You have to, because of either A, the negative comments, or B, they want to ask, all right, so what about this? What about this? What about that? You may not be there yet, right? You may not even know, but you know that you have to make a move. Like, you can either rock with me or you don't, but now I'm getting distracted, right? Because now you're messing with me.
Could they be showing you your blind spots or what you're not looking at?
I think they could be. I think, you know what? I think it depends on the intent, right? It depends on the intent. Like, are you truly trying to give me something to consider while I'm, moving in this direction? Or are you trying to tell me something are you trying to, I guess, put on me a fear that you have for you, right? Because if you was in my position, you wouldn't do it because of that or because you think it's going to fail.
Exactly.
You right? So is it because you think the risk factor, the probability of failing outweighs the success, so you want to give me all of that negative? You get what I'm saying? So I think it all depends. And to that point, I feel as though if a person say, you know what, dog, or school, think about this first, because if you do A, B, C, and D, then you can do this.
You think it's all a lot of times it's about the tone?
Yeah, I think it is.
What about this, and that? Or, hey, did you consider this?
Right. I think so. What y'all think? Do you think it's about the tone? Do you think it's, you know what I'm saying? Because some people,
She like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, here, hold on. Let me grab something. Go ahead. Y'all can keep talking.
Go ahead. So coming from me and wifey, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times my intent, for her to be like, hey, like, I'm trying to look out for you. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, she be coming to me with business like this and shit.
Right.
And, and a lot of times I be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, do step 1 through 3 first, or do step A through B first. Consider that.
Right.
But my tone be fucked up sometimes.
Right.
And she had to bring that to light for me. But the thing is, if you bring that to light for somebody, they got to be able to understand and agree and try to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Just so that intent doesn't get toxic. You know what I'm saying? So that way, I'm looking out for you in the best interest in the best possible way. But I needed to come across that way too. I don't need it to be like, oh, she fucked up. She don't want me to do it. Like, no, my tone just fucked up. But I got your back.
Or being condescending, because some people do that, right? They say something, and then after that, it's like, wait, I know that you care for me, you want me to succeed, but why you got the shit on me at the same time?
Man, yes, that's how I be feeling.
What you
I
think
be
about
all
that?
geeked up, telling her about my different ideas and stuff, and she be like, "You working on too much. You got too much on your plate. How about you do this first?" And I'm like, like,
and it's different personalities too.
Yes,
So like myself, I'm an Aries, right? And so my energy is all over the place, and I put passion in it, right? But I do believe you got to know, you have to have somebody with you that's not like you to balance you out. Joe, when we was, when we were in Guam, I'll never forget it. So I was pushing my shirts, right? My black collar shirts, trying to get it in the mall. And so I'm up in there. I'm like, yo, Joe, we go get it. He's like, okay, yeah, we go get it. And then so I'm trying to talk to these people like, hey, listen, I got this shirt. And then, I really want it to be up in the store. It's a great quality. I'm not from here, but people can rock this shirt, blah, blah, blah. And so the feedback wasn't as receptive as I thought it should be. I was about to go ham on them, like, yo, who are you talking? You know where I'm from. But Joe had to say, hold on, man, look, so you got to smile a little bit more. They just not feeling you like that. You got to come a different way. And it kind of jacked me up because I didn't feel like I had to water myself down because I'm 100 proof all the time. But when it come down to business and I'm trying to come in somebody else territory, I got to kind of balance that off.
So modify your tone.
Got to. So I'm glad I had that, had him there with me because, we're in a different island, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? So he saw something I didn't. However, I don't think I would have even made it that far if the person that was next to me was just straight shitting on it. You know what I mean? And just downplaying it like my dream wasn't real to me type of thing. Yeah. Like, it don't got to be real to you, but acknowledge the fact it's mine. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it can happen because I am a very, very true believer that if you can dream it, it can happen.
Manifestation.
Yes, you have to manifest. It's very, very real. Very real. So if you can manifest it, that means it's possible. It's so possible. So if you believe in me, if you can touch and feel me, that means that we can make something happen. Right. What you think? What you thinking?
You also, on the flip side of that, if you have somebody that's the opposite of you and you know that's going to have your best interests at heart, you got to be open to that feedback too. Yeah. You can't, sometimes you're not thinking about the certain steps you need to take or, hey, like talk to this person or, I work here, so let me help you out. You got to be open, to accepting that help and accepting that feedback. It's good and cool to be independent and want to do your thing. But you need people that's either been there and done that, or you need people that's going to help guide you to that path.
That's true. What you think, Joe?
Yeah, so, like I said, it kind of goes back to tone. Hey, did you think about X, Y, and Z versus why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? And those people guiding, what is their end result? Is their end result to see you succeed?
See the intent. Yeah.
Right. The overall, the overall intent. Like what is their intent? It's just like, okay, I'm just going to let you just do this and just kind of see what happens from there. If you fail, then whatever. No,
exactly.
If you fail, brush you off, pick you back up. Hey, let's keep going.
That's right, and that's the key. So even if you're talking crazy, right? If I say, hey, I want to start this pyramid scheme, obviously I wouldn't say that. Nor would I even know it's a pyramid scheme. But I would say, hey, I want to go into this business to sell insurance to people, and then that ain't a good idea. Like, all right, baby, look, check this out. What will happen if you got people to do what you're going to do, right? As far as people signing on. Oh, well, see, this is the deal. If they sign on, then I get X amount of dough. Okay, cool. So if they sign on, will somebody else get money? Yeah, they get money. But see, it's all about us. See, now, if they know that it's a pyramid scheme and I can't see it, it has to be, you have to know who you're talking to. You have to, in my opinion, you have to know who you're talking to and have to know how to connect the dots for them without crushing them. So the words you say is very, very crucial, right? And your tone, right? So it's a friend of mine that says, honesty without empathy is brutality. If you think about it, right? Honesty without empathy is brutality. So you can be absolutely right. But if you say it in a horrible way, it's like, damn, do you know how the everlasting effect that can do? Yeah. That means I don't want to tell you shit no more because of what you just did. You know what I mean? And that can crush a person.
Right.
That can
completely shut that person down.
Say what now?
That's the thing. You can completely shut that person down.
Yeah.
To where, like, eventually y'all relationship don't last.
That's true. Or then that means, all right, well, I'm going to go rock with you when it comes down to this. But when it comes down to something else I really want to do, I remember how you fucked with me. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to put that on the side, but we can go to McDonald's later. But anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the first half of the Lion's Den. Thank everybody. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So we're going to come right back after these messages. We'll holler back. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Lion's Den. Welcome again. This is your boy Seth, and we have Yeezy.
Yes.
All right, and we got Rach. What's going on?
What's happening?
All right, and so now the top shelf topic. Y'all ready for it?
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's about to go down, and I wish I can go live so everybody can chime in on it, but I think it'd be good to go. So don't forget, y'all can find this on Google, we're on Spotify, we're on radio podcasts, all that. But here's the topic. Men who feel entitled and cannot tolerate women maintaining boundaries or rejecting their advances. Right? So in other words, men that feel butthurt because a woman says, no, I'm straight, or I got a man, or whatever that case is. What do y'all think about that? And better yet, I'm gonna ask you first, Rach, because you don't favor men, but what about the men that come at you, and how do they take your rejection?
In all honesty, I'd be confused when men come at me because if you see me, you can clearly see like, okay, she likes women, or you know what I'm saying, she's in the women pond. So when dudes come at me, I assume they gay.
Are you serious?
I had a funny story. We had this one dude. He's still in the military. I don't really know how, but I was working the desk operations that day, and he was like brand new to the squadron and shit. And so, I'm in processing them and everything like that. Mind you, I look exactly how I look today. Ain't nothing changed about me. And so he was like, hey, what you like doing on the weekends? And I was like, shit, chilling, what I'm saying? I just be chilling with my people. He's like, I think we should go out on day. I think we should hang out. I looked at him, looked at all the dudes I was working with that day. They looked at him and was like, motherfucker, is you serious? Like, I don't think she runs that way. But yeah, I'd be confused.
So,
I'd be like, what the fuck?
So what did you say though? I mean,
I said, I'm pretty sure I get more pussy than you. So
you didn't.
I on God, I said it. I had an 05 sitting right there. He started laughing because he was confused. He was confused as hell. So I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure you mixing me up with another light-skinned girl.
It's funny you said that because I forget what it was I was watching. What was it? But there was an individual. He was he used to be gay. No, it was, what's his name? Flame. Did y'all see that? That was on the morning show, with Charlemagne the God and all them. So Flame is a man that dress in drag, okay? But he used to be gay.
The light-skinned
and like bisexual.
Oh.
But he likes dominant kind of, gay women, but bisexual women, but the ones that look like men. Now that's jacked up. And he said, look, I like women, but that type of women. But he dresses like a woman.
Wow.
You see? And they're attracted to how he dressed as a woman. You know what I mean?
Because he's feminine.
Right, because he's feminine. So he got the breasts and everything, but he still got the bits and pieces.
That just sounds like an old fucked up bedroom sequence to me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's side note. What about you, Yeezy? What do you think about men that can't say, can't take the word no?
Nowadays with so much going on, it's scary.
What you mean?
People are getting killed because they are turning men down nowadays.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
There was a story like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Like
this is a real issue.
A dude was trying to holler at a female in a club or whatever, and she was like, no, I'm good. No disrespectful or anything. Like, no, I'm good, whatever, like that. He killed her.
Yep. It's especially in Detroit,
oh, stop it.
Oh, come here, baby girl in the blue jacket. I'm good, or they ignore you. I act like I'm on my phone. well, fuck you too then, bitch. Like,
wow.
Like, it's crazy. It's so many videos going around. I seen a video of this girl, young lady, she stopped at the gas station to get gas, and it was so many dudes outside. And she walked up to the window. I don't know where this was at, but she walked up to the window, whatever, outside, was, trying to get gas. They was, like, crowding her. And she like, no, move. She talking back to them and, doing all of this. But you can tell she was terrified. Like, scared as hell. Because you got so many men around you. And it's literally just you.
So
and they all talking crazy to her. You know, like... real disrespectful. But she held her composure. She handled herself well. And thank God, nothing happened to her. She was able to get the gas and leave.
Right.
But that right there, like, that situation could have went left. Real quick.
Right.
So, it's scary.
So what do you think is the issue? Why a man can't take no? Do you think the word no, do you think it's a pride thing?
Yep.
Wow. So what do you think is missing? Because no means no. That doesn't mean I don't know.
Definitely.
Right? What do you think is missing?
Common sense.
Okay. There you go. I was just about to say it.
Sense.
Common sense. It's not that common.
And it's all about your approach, too. Like, you shouldn't go up to a woman of any kind and already assume, like, you gonna get the digits, you know what I'm saying? You about to smash any of that stuff. It's all about your approach. I don't care how good your game is. You gotta approach a woman in a certain way.
Okay, well, go ahead, school us.
Make her feel comfortable.
So how do you approach a woman?
First of all, I do the middleman game.
What's that?
You know what I'm
saying? Wait, School America. Hey, listen, everybody. This is Lion's Den. All right, she about to tell us what the middleman.
In real life, I'm shy. I'm real life shy. Like, as much as I clown around all that stuff, I'm shy. Okay. So I'm either with a homeboy or a homegirl at the time. If I see a woman that I like, you know what I'm saying? I have them run interference. Okay. And
hold on, wait. What movie was that on? I'm playing Shy Brother. That was 5 Heartbeats. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So the two brothers.
Shy Brother.
Yeah, Shy Brother. Okay, so go ahead.
And so, if I'm with my homeboy, I be like, hey, go holler at her for me and stuff like that. And middleman. So when you play the...
Why you shaking your head? No.
Because that's how I got her. That's how I got...
All right,
no, in all honesty, if you would have did that to me in the club, I would have instantly turned you down.
All right, so how did it work?
Don't have your friend come try to talk to me. I'm a grown ass woman.
But I had your sister come talk to you.
You didn't know me.
Listen, at the end of the day, her sister was the middleman, and that's how we got
She
together.
didn't know me, and I didn't know her. So that's
so how
different.
did it happen? Wait, who talked to who?
My sister told me, like, oh, I got somebody I want you to meet. I'm like, okay, cool. That was it, Then my sister was with her and was like, oh, I got somebody I want you to meet. She said, okay, cool. I was on the phone with my sister when they was together. I guess she ended up showing her a picture of me. And that's when she was like, oh, that, yeah. Okay. So... But that's again, how that happened.
Her sister was the middleman.
I get it.
But the example that you used, if we was in a club and you had your boy come talk to me, nah.
Okay, that might not work on her. But again, when you do that middleman game, that's actually saving you face. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, if I got you going to talk to her for me, she'd be like, no, I'm not interested. Cool. I didn't have to waste my time going up to her. On to the next.
Okay.
So you run,
so it's still pride. That's what it is. So
it's still pride, but I'm saving my pride. You deny my homeboy, my homegirl, we good.
Wow. Okay. I thought we was learning something new. But that's Shy brother.
Wow.
Oh, he over there, he's just shy. He like you.
I mean, you can do the old school way and, buy a girl a drink, but I ain't wasting my money on no girl. Yeah,
and then that's
in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it can get expensive, especially if she like to drink. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You in Detroit, that bitch like to drink.
Oh man, that is horrible.
If you in Detroit, she like to drink.
So okay, so we can agree that it's pride. Pride is an issue, because you want to save face. You don't want to. So what do you think it is? The guy just don't want his friends to see that a female said no.
Yeah, that, and you don't want rejection. Nobody wants to be rejected. I don't care in what type of phase it's coming from. Whether you trying to talk to somebody, trying to get a job, whatever it can be. People don't like rejection.
What you gonna say? Easy.
you're right. You know, people don't like rejection, but I'm bold. I'm out there. So if I see somebody I like, what's up?
I'm just letting you know, if she would approach me, it'd be like,
For real, yeah, right. Right. And so there it is. I think it's a personality thing, right? So, and not just that, you really have to keep your eye open, that third eye open, because you can tell when somebody is feeling you and then when they not, right? And I think sometimes individuals try to overplay their confidence, and they know that the person is not necessarily out their league, but it's like, okay, this is not gonna happen, and so they harass them in order for them to say, okay, cool, here's my number. Get out my face.
Nah, but you can't do that nowadays either, because a lot of times you give somebody a number, they call it and dial it right there.
To make sure. Oh my
new game.
God. Oh man, I'm out the game. That shit sounds stupid. Give me your number here. Let me call and see if that's you. Is that you? That happens for real?
Man, that happens for real.
Oh,
like, it's crazy.
God. I remember. You know what? I remember a long time ago. I asked a young lady for a number. You know, she straight gave me Domino's. Really gonna give me Domino's?
How did she know Domino's number by heart?
Because she apparently this is her game. You know, because you know, oh yeah, here you go. Here's my number. She spent it off. I'm like, damn, that's an easy number to remember because it's damn Domino's.
And to piggyback off you saying, everybody got game. Like just like you said, like if I'm in a relationship and somebody try to approach me, I'm not gonna give them my real name. I'm gonna give them a nickname. I ain't gonna give them my real number. I'm gonna give them a fake number. You gotta.
But see, now that goes back to this. Why don't you just keep it real? You know what I mean? Because some people, so I can understand that. Some individuals want to say, nope, I got a man, blah, get out my face. And some want that attention. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this day and age, people don't give a fuck about your relationship.
That is true.
That's the thing. Like, as long as we've been together, you know what I'm saying? I had to tell people like, hey, I'm in a relationship. And they pretty much like, so?
So what that means?
And that's when I had to step in.
Okay. Is that what it is? But yeah, so it's unfortunate, but some people just can't say, all right, now look, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. And individuals can't receive that. So does that mean, hey, I'm just gonna lie to you to get you out my face type of thing?
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's horrible. That's horrible. And just take that no without wanting to beat somebody up about it, slap them.
Yeah.
And that's happening a lot. But, question for you, what do you do when the women try to approach you?
Oh, man. So it's crazy because women really don't. Believe it or not, they really don't. And you know what? I think, what it is? I think it's my mannerism because my demeanor is, look, I'm about business. So if you come to me and there's anything outside of business, I'm going to go right through you for real. So it's almost like the guys want to save face. Females don't want, because honestly, the female supposed to be the male is supposed to approach them. Right. I'm focused. I swear I'm on my grind, right? So if a young lady is attracted to me, I would not know directly. It's hidden. Right. First, so for example, got a podcast, right? Oh, okay, that's what's up. You got a podcast. Do. All right. So what's the topics? I talk about the topics. Okay. So what do you do for fun? I got you. Shut up. You know what I mean? No, not
or
you. Or
they be like, oh, you should have me come on.
Exactly. Well, no, not that. Because I think that's a little bit too obvious, right?
But that's me.
See, you just let me come on too.
Or blatant with the shit.
Blatant. Or like for example, so like when I DJ, it happens, but again, they see the image. They don't know me. You get what I mean? Like for example, me having this podcast, they just see the podcast. They don't know me, and I know that. Before, I didn't know. So when I was DJing, the females like, Scooby, you got, I'm like, yeah, I got all the, But in actuality, they didn't like me for who I was. They liked the fact that the crowd was jumping, and I'm the one that's helping the crowd jump. So it's almost like the women that's gravitating to pastors. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pastor Wilson. Was that him? Right? Get it in. Anyway, lickety split. But yeah, so individuals in those in the positions of power, or that's perceived power, some females gravitate to that, and I don't like that. I don't get off.
I can piggyback off of that.
What you think?
I got something to say because a lot of dudes don't approach me either. Mm-hmm. Surprise. Mm-hmm. I know. No, listen, they really don't. Okay. Like, when I'm out with my friends or whatever, they go to my friends first. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because, like you said, mannerism, the way I carry myself.
There you go.
Like, I look like I'm not for those games.
That's
you
right.
know, like, the average dude could not approach me. Mm-hmm. Like, he knows. Mm-hmm. He don't got no type of chance with me.
That's right.
You always don't get that one that, you know, just got too much courage. Mm-hmm. You know? It's like,
yeah, liquid courage too.
Really,
yeah.
nigga. You know, but
right.
For the most part, no. Mm-hmm. And then I had to sit back and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. And you know, and that's what it used to be for me. I used to ask, I'm like, okay, now, all right, I know I'm not the most beautiful person, right? So I know I'm, you know, that's not it. But am I missing something? And I realize that I'm not giving off the vibe that I'm looking. Yep. You know, or that I'm thirsty.
I had to ask somebody, like, you know, why is it? Because I'm not gonna say, you know, they not as easy on the eyes as I am, you know, but you know, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And I really had to ask, like, what is it? Why are they going for them and not me? I didn't really care, but it was just something I really wanted to know, you know. And they told me, like, it is because of that, you know. It's also because men can see when a woman is quote unquote easy, right, or gullible, or you know, something like that. So that's what they're gonna go for.
That's true,
because they got a higher chance of smashing or getting the digits. And I just had to realize that.
And you know, that makes sense. I would say individuals, to your point, they do see standards, right? Because the way you carry yourself will teach people how to treat you.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I did not know that. I had to grow into it. I thought it was something wrong with me. No, it was something right with me, but something wrong with the other person. But the other person saw what was right with me and didn't want to waste their time, if that makes sense. And then so that helped out my confidence. So I'm like, okay, cool. That means I need to change my caliber of individuals I deal with. You got to change your caliber, because since now I can't I can't communicate. Well, I can communicate with anybody, but I'm not going to associate and waste time with, you know, like feeble-minded. You know what I mean? Some people can dig the fact that I got a business. I'm trying to make something happen. Yeah. So you can either pull up a chair and we can all eat together, but you're not just going to take a plate. You get what I'm saying? You're not just going to come like, oh, man, that smells good here. Let me get this lumen full. No. You know what I mean? Or you can either help me cook and we can get together. But, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, so brothers that cannot take rejection. And with that being said, I do believe it is the standards. I think it's the standards. And I guess thinking about your setting, too. So what type of men, or women for that matter, do you think you're going to get at a set location? Let's say at a strip club. Like, okay, you really think you're gonna find your wife, or you think you're gonna find but no, but to the point, you may be able to meet someone at the club, and then let's take them to a different environment and see how they function, see how they dress, see how the conversation really is, because you can hardly hear anything when you're in the club. You yelling, you kind of saucy off that num juice, right?
Okay.
You vibing, you looking at the bodies, you're looking at your body, cool. But now let's see what it is a couple of days later at like 2:00 in the afternoon drinking some tea. Let's see what a mind.
Or let's just have a normal conversation. See where your mind at.
There you go.
But in this generation, you know, a lot of people are in love with the IG models.
Oh,
you know, it's all about the body. It's not about the mental. So a lot of people do think, you know, my wife is in this particular club, this dance club, this strip club, or whatever the case may be. That's just how this generation works. We're based off looks and not mental.
Mental stimulation. And you know what? It's crazy, but I believe you're right. And it's so unfortunate because the telephones that we have now, they can put all these extra filters on there, but you can't filter your life. You get what I mean? So you might take a picture in your bathroom in the corner, and that corner might be clean, right? But you do a 360 and take that. You know what I mean? You ain't got no toilet paper, nothing like that. So your priorities all jacked up. But yeah, if individuals are gravitating to the IG models and physical stimulation and not the mental stimulation. Yeah. What do you think they're going to get from that?
Not much.
You see? Damn. Wow. Well, yeah.
You know, it's been a different time. You you came up in what, the 60s?
Really,
60s.
nigga? Really? Straight up? That's what's up? Is that what it is?
You start dating in what, 50s, 60s?
Oh, yeah, that's
some
what
shit
it
like
is.
that. So,
Man,
we're not
she
courting
tried
anymore.
it.
Not courting. Okay, so there it is. See, that's a good segue. What about courtship? Yeah. You see? Now, yeah. See, I did that.
Yeah,
now, with your woman right here. With your woman right here. No, seriously, because I believe this generation, now I'm an 80s baby. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But I think it's not just about the generation. I think it's the respect level. Mm-hmm. You see? Because respect never goes out of style. Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to get to know a person, you're trying to get to know a person in their element. Right? If you telling me the only conversations we going to have is the conversations that we make with our thumbs via text, then you are not the one for me, because my intellect can't digest digital conversations like that, because it's so convoluted as far as tone. You can't get tone. Or I just know if everything in caps, if you didn't pay attention, I might take that as you yelling. Right? And if I text you something, right? If I text you and you just put K, that can mean 20 different things.
I ain't gonna lie, K pisses me off.
You see?
That shit pisses me
right.
off.
Okay, or K what? Or do you get what I'm saying? So, with that courtship comes communication. And I think with this generation, since everything is so readily available, they're running away from it.
Of course.
And so when real things happen, you don't know how to really deal with it because you're so used to hiding behind your phone.
I mean, think about it. Most relationships today are built through social media. It's rare that you go out and find your mate nowadays. Slide in them DMs. That's all it takes nowadays. Right. It go down in the DM for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. But at the end of the day, you got to get out the DM and then see what real life is about, right? Because you cannot have a quality relationship just based off of a DM conversation.
In this generation, anything is possible.
So you telling me somebody can have a straight up, or without, especially obviously without sex, but they can have a long drawn out.
Why do you think, you ever seen that show Catfish?
Yeah.
People be in social media relationships talking about somebody, I love you, I want to marry you, I want to have your babies, and I've never seen this person, never physically laid eyes on this person. And if you watch the show, it be people on there, they be like, oh, I done been with this person via social media anywhere from 2 months to 6 years.
Oh yeah. I saw a show. It was this guy. He was in love with this woman from Ukraine.
I seen
Did you see that?
I seen that.
Oh my goodness.
He was trying to go down there to visit her.
And there was always some excuse, and he was always paying money for her to come. And he was telling people how he loved her, and she would never say his name.
Yeah, I've seen
hey
the
baby,
videos. I love you, baby.
Baby, how's work and all this other stuff. And so you know
that
what?
Shit is
Hold
real.
on, hold
this
on. Wait.
Generation is
nuts.
No.
Look, because you know what? He was older than me, so. Yeah, I don't think it had nothing to do with generation. I just think that was a simp.
At your age, I think they get desperate. You know, what you
girl, if you don't shut your ass up, look, I'm about to mute your phone. I'm about to mute your microphone. But seriously, this dude he was like, okay, I think he was so in love with the possibility of the idea of this beautiful woman, right? And don't nobody know how many people she was talking to at that same time.
She was definitely sending those videos.
Oh my God, and he was sending money, and you saw he does nails, and people this fool is working double time so he can make money to send her so she can come to see his stupid
and the customer that fee he was doing was looking at him like
really, nigga? but that's this generation of courting. That's how we court in this generation.
Cash App?
It's social media. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's how to get down.
You know what? Listen.
I don't like that
look,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are listening to this, I wish this was live. You know, we might have to make a part 2 of this, but you tell me what you think. You can comment below if this may be on YouTube by the time you hear this, but you comment below. What is your idea of courtship today? Right? What happens when it's time to get out the damn DM? You know what I mean? You got to get out.
And by that time, you ready for marriage. Shit.
Oh, my God.
You ready for marriage after the DM.
What happens after the DM?
My idea of courtship is the same.
What's that?
Still going out on dates.
Like the movies.
Yes.
Okay.
We still going to the movies, skating, art museums, shit, libraries, wherever. Ice cream, I don't care. But I want us to get out. You know, I want us to get out. I want to see how you are in different settings.
There you go.
You know, like I want to see if we can go to the hood and, you know, we can blend in with that. Or can we go to an art gallery and, you know, can we do that? Like, I need that. I want you to open a door for me. You know, I like little stuff like that. I like flowers. You know, bring me flowers. I like the little simple stuff.
You hear that? She like flowers.
Oh, she got flower money.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Niggas
See, ladies and gentlemen, see the courtship is dead. But see, that's what's going on with this generation. See, they don't know how to go to 31 flavors of Cold Stone and get it in. You know
baby, she gets what she want. You know what I'm saying?
But the main
spoiled.
thing is, and I think that's healthy. I think that's healthy to a degree, right? Don't go broke for it. But at the end of the day, you have to keep dating.
Yes.
You have to keep dating. And I know how hard it is because if you have a job, you both have careers, you have things going on, you have to take time for you, right? To connect, right? Because it's easy. Somebody can slide in your DM in a minute. Who knows? Somebody might, hold on, let me check. No, but you know, people can slide in your DM in a minute, and just without that connectivity with your significant other can make you vulnerable because you are lacking something. And somebody say they may notice something new about you that your significant other haven't. You know, and it's like, yo, I didn't have my hair done this way all week. You ain't said nothing, but somebody just went in my DM and said, I like that on you right now.
First of all, calm down over there in that corner.
Wait, am I striking something? Did that happen? But no, I'm just saying. But I'm just saying. So what we got to do, we have to be actively on a defense mode from influences, I feel.
Bottom line is, don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable. Speak on it. What you mean by that?
Okay, so we didn't already got past the DM phase. You know?
Step one. Okay, that used to be first base. Well, look, back in the 50s, first base was shaking hands. But anyway, all right.
Yeah, you know. So we didn't already got past the courtship and we, dating and together, whatever. For how long? It don't matter. And now everything is just blah. The conversations has gotten shorter. We don't go out as much. Like we both, our tempers are getting shorter. It's just like, what's going on? Spice it up, you know? I might try a new color, like you said. Damn, baby, I like that shit. Let's role play or something.
Right.
A new outfit or something, Small stuff. Cleaned the whole house for you. Cooked your dinner for you.
Right.
Got something nice on for you. Acknowledge that shit. Okay?
You see, I got my hands full, right?
Yes.
I got my whole hands full.
But that makes sense, though. That makes sense. And so, yes, you got to keep it fresh, got to keep it new, and just acknowledgement. I really do believe that. And what I think we were going to talk about next week is something I want to do once a month. It's called the Purple Velvet Topic.
Okay. I like that.
The Purple Velvet topic will be relationship-based, but a little bit deeper than just connecting on the surface level. What type of things will you do or won't you do in order to keep the relationship going? Does that mean role playing? Does that mean possibly inviting someone else?
Threesomes.
Maybe, right? Does that mean swinging? Does that mean going to exclusive parties where individuals don't know you, you don't know them, but it's a way to, liven that up? And is your relationship stable enough to,
handle that
handle it, right? So that'll be next week, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to make sure y'all tune into that, the Purple Velvet topic. at the Lion's Den, and it's going to get real. So make sure you get your libations, because we will be sipping on something good. This is your boy Seth the Speaker, and this was brought to you by the Black Collar Mindset. If you don't know, make sure you get it. www.theblackcollarmindset.com. You can find me on any social media platform. SethTheSpeaker.com. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I think the other one was TikTok. Yeah, I'm on TikTok too. So where can they find you at, ma'am?
They can find me on IG, Rach with 5 underscores. My page is private, so shoot me a DM.
Stay out of her DM. Stay out of the DM. And ma'am?
Please and thank you. Okay.
Cause she crazy.
And where can they find you at, ma'am?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram page is called me Yaya with 2 underscores behind it. You can also follow my business page at Lush Liquors. I am on Facebook and Instagram. And I have a second business.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. What's your business?
I have a new baby. Her name is Pretty Fierce Defense.
Okay.
This conversation actually made me think about it. It is a woman empowerment business.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole bunch of different self-defense tools for women. So I offer different tips for them. Mm-hmm. I do like little pocket knives, disguised. So I have something that looks like a comb. Mm-hmm. Take the top part off, it's a whole knife. You know?
Wow.
I got little kitty keychains and tasers and stun guns. So
Really?
all of that good stuff. Yes.
Okay. And where can they see that?
You can follow me on Instagram at Pretty Fierce Defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's spelled exactly how it sounds. It's fairly new, so show love, y'all. Like, comment, follow me, do all of that good stuff, y'all.
All right, right.
Support
on.
my baby.
Yes. Because what you say, the teamwork.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. The goal is before the end of 2019, we want 150 subscribers.
Okay.
And I just made that number up. So let's see if we can make that happen.
We already got it.
Do we? We already got it. Well, you're speaking into existence.
Okay, got to.
Hey, that's what it is.
It's not if, it's when.
There it is. Right on. So we appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all again next week.
Peace.